agreements must be strictly enforced given the numbers that we have here today. If you're over your time, Chairman Toon and I will make sure to let you.
Hello and welcome to your daily crypto news. Big shout out to the Bit Squad. Big shout out to everybody who's been smashing that like button, subscribing to the channel. We're growing every day. We're going to be up with the big boys here soon, guys. So you want to be a part of it, make sure that you do that. Also, click the bell so you get notifications. So we're doing a very interesting video. Will be our next video we put out. It's kind of a documentary, I guess, a documentary style about who is Satoshi Nakamoto. So be on the lookout for that. When you guys watch that, let me know if you like it, and I might be able to do some more videos like that. So today, the markets are not doing great. We're at 244 billion. We are under 250 billion. Bitcoin dominance is continuing to rise, guys. It's 42.7%. For those of you that are new to the channel and may not understand this concept, basically, when the market cap goes down and Bitcoin dominance goes up, that is terrible for altcoins. So I assume most people watching this video are probably invested or interested in investing in altcoins, as that's mainly what we talk about on the channel. But we also do talk about Bitcoin. So, you know, it's just not great news. Bitcoin has dropped again. It is down to about 6,100. It dropped very close back to 6,000. We're testing that again. So that brings me to a very interesting point. On Crypto Daily's video today, he brought up a very interesting theory that people are floating around, which backs up some stuff that I've said. As you guys know, many times I've said I don't think Bitcoin is going lower than 6,000. And if it does, it will briefly touch 58, 59 and come back up. We've seen that twice now. So it stands to reason that we might see that again if it dips tonight or tomorrow. But what Crypto Daily is saying is there's a theory saying that Bitcoin can't get lower than 6,000 because what is happening is, as we talked about Bitmain having such a high percentage of the hash rate and how important mining is to Bitcoin, well, Bitcoin is only profitable at $6,000 or more of US dollar value. So when it drops below that, it's no longer profitable to mine. So the theory says that possibly the miners who probably hold a very large portion of Bitcoin right now, that they will not allow it to go less than 6,000. When it does, those people who've been mining for a long time and have a ton of Bitcoin just go in and buy more Bitcoin and shoot the price back up. So very interesting theory. I hope that is true. I hope that for our, you know, it would be good for us to see sideways action for a while rather than going down. So I also found this article here on Reddit where basically this guy is saying, you know, last year he bought a bunch of cryptocurrency. He made hundreds of thousands of dollars, didn't cash out. So let's say he made if he made $400,000 or $500,000, that means portfolio is probably down to 60 or 70, somewhere around that range. And he said, he hasn't been around for a long time. He said, what happened in 2015 that started the bull run, that turned the last bear market that we had, that turned it bullish? Because as you guys know, we had a great bull run in November, December, but Bitcoin had been on like a mini bull run for a long time. So I thought this was very interesting. Automatic Marionette said, I was around during that time. The sentiment wasn't good at all. And no, there was nothing in particular that triggered that reversal. The markets went sideways for a long time. Anyone who wanted to get out had the opportunity to. And anyone who bought during the lows wasn't going to cash out for a 10% gain. The result was that there were no sellers left, only buyers. We'll see the same again in this bear market. Eventually, fair value equilibrium will be reached. The price will flatten. The sellers will have already sold, and there will only be one way to go up from there. And I tend to agree with that. I don't think there are a lot of sellers left. That's why I just don't think Bitcoin can drop down to 4,000. I could be proven wrong. As we've known, crypto is very volatile, so anything is possible. This is all my own opinion. Of course, do your own research and figure out what you think. But this is what I think. I don't think it can go down much lower, and I think that this is right now where we're at with it being stuck in the mud for, I mean, even between 6,000 and 7,000, you know, it's been stuck for a long time. And it stands to reason that maybe we're running out of sellers. That's certainly what I hope. I don't know why anyone would want to be a seller in this market. It's time right now to buy. Everybody's trying to accumulate that is in crypto that I know. And so it would be my suggestion that you do the same because I think we're at the bottom. So winners of the day, we have Monaco, Bitcoin Diamond, Quantum. As you see, not a lot of winners. We got a lot more losers. Veritasium, I've been hearing some bad things about Veritasium. You guys be careful with that one. OneChain and 0x, basic attention token, like 3 of my favorite projects in the top losers of the day. If you were to ask me right now what my most bullish projects are in the short term, as you guys know, I love 0x. That is my, 0x and basic attention token are my jams. I love both of those tokens so much, and overall, I'm the most bullish on those 2 projects. However, in the short term, what am I bullish on? I'm bullish on Binance Coin and Ethereum Classic. Those are the 2 that I'm buying right now. Nano is another one that I'm pretty bullish on just because I feel like it can't get much lower, and I was really impressed with the wallet. So it shows they've got a pretty good team over there. It's super fast, no fees. So I bought all 3 of those recently at some pretty good prices. I mean, Nano's down like $2.16 right now. It can't get much better of a buy, in my opinion. So, okay, big news of the day. Facebook is reversing its ban on some cryptocurrency ads. If we were still in a news-led market, this would be bullish news and the price would be going up, but of course it's not happening. So I don't want to toot my own horn on this, but if you scroll down in this article here, which I'll put all the articles down below, it says, and this talks about how basically Bitcoin was at such highs and it's been dropping to lows. And it says, but crypto still has a lot of believers. And it's easy to see why Facebook wants to sell crypto ads. It's a growing, exciting industry with a lot of potential advertisers. So long as Facebook users aren't getting scammed, the company would certainly love to take on the extra ad revenue. So this boils down to one thing and one thing only: money. Facebook is now realizing how much money they are losing out on by not allowing crypto ads. Now, they're still not going to allow ICOs. It would be like if you had a Bitcoin t-shirt company or if you had an exchange. Those are the type of ads that are going to get approved. Or if you had an animated series called BitBoy and Hodl, maybe you could advertise on there. So I think that this is great news. I believe we will now see Google and Twitter and Snapchat and all these companies that ban crypto. I think we will see a reversal. And more bullish news from Asia that's not doing anything for the price. South Korean authorities say that no 10% tax on crypto gains for now. As you guys know, tax and regulation is a huge question mark in cryptocurrency all across the world. Governments are having a hard time figuring out how to deal with that, even in the United States here, or especially in the United States here. And this is good news. So basically, this came out that South Korea has decided that they are going to do a 10% tax on crypto gains. And it seemed like it was a rumor that was leaked. Now the government has came out and said, no, we're not going to be doing that for now. And this is just another example of Asian FUD. It comes in many forms and many packages. But, South Korea came out and said that, no, this is not true. Now, it may actually come down the pipeline at some point, but for now they're saying they're refuting the rumors that it's going to happen. So we got to go with that. Hopefully South Korea is not going to be enforcing an extra tax on crypto gains. So this should be good news. However, as I mentioned, nothing seems to change the markets right now. So Pornhub is now going to accept Tron and also ZEN Cash, which brings up the question of why in the world did Verge pay $75 million to Pornhub to be accepted there when they're just going to turn around and allow Tron and ZEN Cash to be used for purchases on there, which I still don't understand purchases on Pornhub. Someone explain that to me. I don't know. But now you have these other 2 that are going to be able to do it for free. So what was the point of that announcement? Another reason why we tell you guys Verge is a scam. It is not. Scam's a strong word. Scam is a terrible project. Do not invest in it. You're going to lose money. They don't know what they're doing. The fact that they did this and didn't get some kind of no-compete clause, it just shows they don't know what they're doing. So any value that Verge had from this Pornhub partnership obviously is completely gone now. So Ambrosus, we did a review on Ambrosus. It is a supply chain project that is focusing on food and medication. So what is a problem with food and pharmaceuticals and transportation? Well, it's keeping them the right temperature. So they had a tweet today. It says, new Ambrosus sensor was presented at Crypto Valley Conference. This sensor can track temperature, pressure, shock, and location, connects directly to the AMB through integrated gateway. The battery lasts 2 years, and you can watch the video. I'll put the link here. They talk about the sensor itself, but this is great news, good technology. This is just an example of how blockchain technology is so great, but it's spurring on technology and innovation in so many other sectors. So they're going to be able to use this sensor to track moving products in the medication and food industry. Okay, so we just did a review on Komodo. You should check that review out. It is a very interesting project. It's very tech heavy, as I said during the review. But this news just happened to come out today that showed what Komodo is doing with tests. It shows what popular cryptocurrencies in this chart are doing as far as scaling and how many transactions they're able to do per second. And then it compares that to PayPal and Visa. As you can see, Ripple is on pace to absolutely destroy PayPal, which has actually caused PayPal to change some of their policies. But then you get to Visa, it's 24,000 transactions per second compared to Bitcoin's 10. Like, wow, that's really insane. It's so much bigger. Well, now look at Komodo. So their test, 45,000 transactions per second on the latest Komodo scaling test. And then it just has a little quote at the bottom that says, why would they ever need to do this many transactions? Well, I don't know. That's a great question. But I think that cryptocurrency, and as you know, Ripple and Stellar are both working on this, trying to bank the unbanked. So it's trying to take people who are not able to get bank accounts and give them access to be able to do things like online purchases. So the amount of increases that we could see in online purchases is going to be absolutely astronomical over the next 10 to 15 years, especially when you factor in like just how the entire world is moving more digital as opposed to brick and mortar, just evidenced by the rise of Amazon. Amazon, there's no telling how much bigger Amazon is going to get. Eventually, it will probably take out even Walmart. People like to buy groceries, but once there is a more viable option to get your groceries delivered quickly, and you don't have to go to the store all the time, what's going to be the purpose of stores? I don't know. I think the world's going to look a lot different in 10 to 15 years. So I think that there is a reason for Komodo to do this test and show how many transactions they can do. I don't know if Komodo will become the world currency, but, you know, there's definitely opportunity there. So good job, Komodo, on this test. Very excited to see where that project goes. So everybody, thanks for watching. Be on the lookout. We've got our $500 Bitcoin giveaway coming out on July 1st. It's going to be a contest going to run for 2 months. So you're going to want to make sure you're a part of that. So make sure you're a subscriber to our channel. So thanks to everybody who's been smashing the like button and subscribing. Until next time, that was your Daily Crypto News.